Disney tells us that mermaids are thoughtful, beautiful creatures, but the Book of Enoch tells us a far more sinister history. On my channel, we have been diving into this alleged lost book of the Bible that was discovered in the Dead Sea Scrolls, but for some reason is not included in the canon Bible that we know today. Many people say it's because it has knowledge that we were never intended to know. For example, who are mermaids? Where did they come from? Are they good or are they evil? The answer, according to the Book of Enoch, because I know how y'all like to tussle. If you could see it, I have the book and I'm reading it. Sirens are actually the mothers of demons. So essentially they're real, but they're evil. Long story short, a long time ago, 200 angels rebelled against God and heaven and decided to procreate with the mortal women that were on earth. And from these mortal women came a cursed species of giants that ate up all of humans' resources on earth and then started to consume humans themselves. And when they got to be hungry enough, they even started to eat each other, becoming cannibalistic and doing vile things here on earth. These events led up to Noah's flood because God said enough is enough. Now during this flood is when Noah had built the ark and him and his family escaped, but the Nephilim were not so lucky. They drowned in the water, but it wasn't the end for them. What if I were to tell you that the demons that we know today are actually the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim, aka the giants, roaming the earth seeking what souls that they can devour, and that's where the whole ghosts having unfinished business came from. Now those fallen angels that rebelled were punished by God and put in shackles. 4 of those fallen angels are actually now chained under the Euphrates River, and in Revelations, the last book of the Bible, it is said that they will be let out and they will unalive 1/3 of the population during the time of judgment. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty when it comes to the mothers of demons. You probably understand now why they are called that, but you'll ask yourself, okay, so the Nephilim got punished, the fallen angels got punished, but what about the women? The women were actually cursed to roam the sea until their final day of judgment. And this is why throughout history, we can see so many versions of sirens, because they've been around since the dawn of time. However, the media wants to desensitize us and make us think that mermaids are just wanting to be part of our world, collecting thingamabobs under the sea. That's not the case. And if you're still questioning whether or not sirens exist, just think to yourself that only 5% of the ocean is discovered. Who are we to say that we're the only ones living here? I mean, if you just look at history, mythology, you will see so many times that sirens rear their ugly head up from that water in so many different countries. You see them in Slavic folklore called the Rusalkas. You see them in African folklore called Mamiwata. You see them in Inuit folklore called the Kalupalik. They take many forms, but best believe none of those forms look like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. I hope this answered your question. I can definitely do a part 2 diving deeper into what I'm reading in the Book of Enoch. I always like to cross-check it with the Bible because I do not read the Book of Enoch as scripture. I read it as history, if that makes sense. As always, make sure you guys like and follow and comment down below what you think.